action.
Okay, this is 101 reasons why the Wally Mo 7 car is a better trailer than the Cottrell 5307. Now, I'm a big Cottrell fan, I really am. But when it comes to a 7-car hauler, the Wally Mo has them all beat. The flexibility of this trailer is really amazing. I have put some incredibly big SUVs, full-size Tahoes, Suburbans, that kind of stuff on there, and still got 7 vehicles on. Now, obviously, you can't have 7 SUVs, but if you've got a mix of a few cars and say even 4 SUVs, you can really get these things on. So let me start out by just showing you the way these ramps here work in the back. Thomas, go ahead and run the number 9 out, please. There are 9 hydraulic levers on this trailer, all told. As you can see, these ramps do slide out. What I normally do is I run them about 1.5 foot out and leave the just enough for there. That's good. Now, the locks on these ramps are not as good as the Cottrell design. I've got to hand it to Cottrell. They did an excellent job on that. But they're still fairly easy. You lock the pins back, reach under here, and just slide them right out. So there you go on that. I'm not going to do both of those. The flips are steel. They've got pins to lock in right here so that when you're strapping a car down, they won't flip up. Thomas, go ahead and start raising up number 7 and 8 together. I want to show you the height that this goes up to. I believe the Cottrell 5307 probably is very similar in that respect. I've had another 7-car trailer that didn't raise up high enough to get much of anything in there. With this, as high as this goes up, you can put your, really a tall SUV right down into the belly there. So as he's raising that up, now I do have a PTO on this truck. It is not a self-contained trailer. I think Wally Mo, their unit is about $1,800. Very simple to install. You put a plate down, weld the plate down up front where I'll show you. Put the self-contained unit on there, wire it in right off the pigtail there for the battery, and then just hook it right into the lines that run up to the front with my PTO. Very easy to do. So as you can see, these go up very nice, very tall. You get a lot of height, so when you're dipping down in there and the back of your vehicle starts coming up, you're not going to scrape it on the top. Is that all the way extended? Okay, that's fully extended. This trailer, again, probably only has about 75,000 miles, maybe definitely under 100,000. There is no play in the back of these. You know how a lot of times you see them swaying going down the road? That's a very good trailer. Got your pins right here, pin them in. Another neat little feature, which I actually use to store my overlink flag on, is this little box right here. You can put your height bar in there or your overlink flag. Another thing that I've done that Wally Mo did not, I've added extra reflective striping across the back. I like to be visible at night. LEDs all the way down. It's got the full light package. We'll move around to this side of the trailer. Then just zoom in on the Wally Mo name right here. Thank you. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to show you the depth of these tires. They're not brand new, obviously, but they're about, let's see, we'll get out a tape measure here. It is approximately, probably, let me see, right there. Well, it's a little bit less than ½ an inch, and I'm not sure what a full tire is. They probably got another, 50, 60,000 miles out of them before they need to be replaced. I've had good tire wear on them. They're all about the same depth on the other side, and we'll walk around there for just a moment. This tire right here is brand new. I did nick the sidewall on the old one, and so you can see that one's brand new. Another feature that Wally Mo did, I can't say that I use it a whole lot, but you actually put these up, you can drive down in, you get a little bit deeper depth there if you've got a pickup or something on the back. They're not D-rings, but these right here, as you strap down, I've always thought about adding a few extras. They're not really spaced quite right, but they're fairly good. I've also gone around and either cut or torched holes in, not here, let me see right back here, as an example. Often where I need to strap a car down, they had a plate here. I cut holes in there and a number of other places on the trailer so that it actually is more strap usable. That's one of the complaints that I've had with Wally Mo, and I have talked with them, and I think they are changing some of that, is that even though this is a strap trailer, there's a number of places where you couldn't get a hook in, right where you needed to put a vehicle. We'll move on up here. It does have a over height valve. I'm having a little trouble with it right now. I think it's just wiring actually in my tractor. But the over height valve, you hit the switch in your truck. If you're stuck on a hump, the back over inflates the airbags, and then there's another switch to dump the air. Also have work lights. I think it's 1, 2, I think 3 work lights. Not a big deal, but there you are. Ben, can you see those? So there's your work lights. Over here, Wally Mo put in there's your switch for your work lights right there. Wally Mo put in a manual dump valve. Also a air chuck, so for a tire inflate, for a hose. Another thing back here, these are aluminum wheels on the outside, steel on the inside. It's not full aluminum all the way around. They are 19.5-inch tires. Moving up here, Ben, if you'll step around and film in this way, Thomas, I'll have you run number 6. Okay, this is what begins to make this trailer flexible. You can back a small SUV down in here, like a Jeep Cherokee. Thomas, go ahead and start lowering that down, please. Whoop, hold on, I guess I got to pull a pin. Okay, go ahead and lower that. What you do is if you back that Jeep Cherokee in there, you lower this down, and you can get your roof line down or your windshield line almost flat so that you can get another SUV over the top of it. I've even had, and Thomas, if you go up there and raise up this number 5 or number 4, I believe that is. This bottom deck right here, it's on a two-stage cylinder right here, so it's a little bit slow until it gets to that second stage. But when we get that up there, I'll show you. So these are aluminum ramps here. They've got the steel cross members, but they're all aluminum ramps everywhere. So what I can do with this, you can put like a Grand Marquis on here and raise this up. And okay, that's good, thank you. And then you can drive your, well, obviously with this up, you can take like a Mercury Milan, Honda Accord, anything like that, drive it down in here, chain it down, or strap it down, lower this back down, and still be able to get a nice sized vehicle over the top in here. So this gives it flexibility. I've even taken some very smaller vehicles like a Honda S2000, brought it in like this, lowered it down so this is flat, and actually brought a larger vehicle up towards and up over the rear of it. One of my last trips, I had a 21-foot limo back here on the deck, Honda S2000, the sports car here, and a Buick Regal up here. Absolutely no problems fitting that on. I would say one thing as a note of caution, when this is down and you're coming down in, if you've got a vehicle with a really low balance or fairing underneath, like some of these, like maybe a Corvette or something like that, you want to be very careful when you go down in, when you're coming down on the angle, because you can scrape that fairing right about here. What I usually do is I carry a couple blocks of wood up here, and I just throw down a block of wood, just enough to raise that up over it and go down in. Just a note of caution on that. So, got some pretty good ladders here for reaching up here and right here as well. I personally carry a little folding ladder that I just bring out, run down the sides with. Very easy I use straps almost all the time. These are quick release winches, and they have the box on here, so if you just wanted to use the strap that you put in there. I use actual ratchet style straps that strap this way.